Senator Kisanga had asked about the smart meters.
We can
As a solution
explain
to
the
that.
process we are at in getting into smart meters. Maybe you can give an overview.
Thank you so much. On the smart meters, Mheshimiwa, a mechanical meter, or the meters we use today, the average meters most of the customers use, who are around 96% of our customers. A smart mechanical meter will cost 3,500 shillings. A smart meter of the same size will cost you around 15 to 20,000 shillings. Now, when you look at what you are going to accrue by changing the meters from mechanical to smart meters, it will take you 20 or 30 years to recover the value. Water is a cheap commodity. The accuracy of a mechanical meter is between 3 to 5%. Accuracy of an electronic meter, I'm not talking about even a mechanical meter changed into a smart meter. I'm talking about a meter, an example of ultrasonic, where you are getting the signal direct being electric. So the errors are very low. That is 0.5 to 1%. Now, when you subtract those errors, that's what the value of the what the customer is billed. The difference between the two errors is what becomes the value you are going to accrue by changing the meters to smart meters. When you do the mathematics, you'll actually be creating jobs in a certain country and denying Kenyans jobs here. So it is not my advice to the country to move to smart meters as we talk today. Okay.
Chair. You see, when you say 15,000 accounts, they look small in number comparatively because of the fact that the governor would look at it like, okay, we have tried to estimate 112,000. But you see, this query is a P&L query. It's a query on revenue lost entirely if you go through it until 1.3. And my concern, Governor, and I still go back to it, and it's in good faith, because the documentation here is to help us when we are sitting now to address the queries. I think you address the queries to the auditors, and then we solve the queries. When we sit to solve the queries, is we at the end of the day go to the written responses. You see everything that we are saying there, Governor. Your response to that 1.1 is just one statement. There is no access. But then what the MD is responding to is more comprehensive than what is written here. You see my concern? Because at the end of the day, how you will solve for this issue is pegged on how comprehensive you capture the challenges that you're facing, and then after capturing the challenges that you're facing, highlight some of even the remedies that could be put in place. Because just to say that, because what I'm going with after listening, Chair, is that one, there is no access, and therefore whether there is because of the dogs or the gates are closed, that is fine. But then the substantive response to it is sensitization to the customers. We will do some form of sensitizing the customers, and then hopefully this will work. The reason why that's problematic is because there's two parts to that query. There is those that add some form of access. That's about 97,300. And then there is those that you have consecutively not been able to access the 15,000 in question. The total of them brings you a revenue problem of over 700 million shillings. That's what should ring the bell. That it's not about the 15,000, it's about, or the 112,000, it's about the revenue that's going to be lost as a result of not being able to access them. So I appreciate your response now, which I don't appreciate in your one statement response to the committee. Chair, I don't know whether you're getting what I'm saying. The response here is not comprehensive enough to solve this problem. What you are saying is in fact, I'm now empathetic. But surely, even when Senator Sifuna was asking you about the map, is a question to us going to address where these problems are. So I wish that you could go and become more comprehensive with that answer in your written submission. Because otherwise there's no strategy to address this query at all. And maybe the auditor will be satisfied with the approach of having a comprehensive response to these questions.
Chair, you know, everything we have said is about accessing the meter. If the response is to give wider context, Chair, you'll never respond to all these queries because you'll write paragraphs. Now I start describing dogs and start describing house girls being told not to open gates. The question is, why did you estimate? The answer is there was no access. And this is what we're doing to solve that issue, including relocation of these meters. Now, the reason we come here is to then give further context to the response to our queries. I think that's the reason we have in this session. And it's still part of the process, Chair. So that is our response.
Chair. The big question, Chair, sorry.
Let me ask Mark to weigh in, and then honorable members, because of time, let's move to 1.2, the next one.
Thank you, Chair. From the context of the audit, or when we're carrying out our audit, what would have expected for this query to be explained to clearly was, would have expected a report, because we'd expect that the meter readers write reports to their supervisors to the next level. Until then, we'd see a report indicating these premises will not be accessed because of this issue, and then we'd have expected to see what then that supervisor did towards gaining access. Under the Water Act, we also have the Water Police. Has this been reported to Water Police that we need to access meters for reading? So that then would have formed documentary evidence for us then to be satisfied and to inform this committee that that issue has been adequately addressed. So, the Chair, in the absence of that, then we still hold that the matter is still not addressed. Thank you, Chair.
Those are available. I don't think at any point it was asked for.
Yeah.
If you look at the structure, the meter reader is accountable to a supervisor. Goes all the way to the regional manager. Those daily incident reports are available, and we'll be very happy to give them to you.
Chair, just the big question is, why are they being still provided with water? Kwani wanapewa maji mpaka sai?
There are many areas where if you intervene, you will affect those who are properly served, as opposed to these ones who are estimating. And by the way, the issue of estimates vis-a-vis receipts, they are paying. You know, the query is not that these ones who are estimating are not paying, but they're paying based on the estimate, you know. Of course, it will be more efficient if it was, you know, specific, as you have said, which is why I'm saying we need to explore how you help us ensure that Nairobians know it's a crime to deny access to the water meter reader and to the power, electricity, or any other public officer, you know, executing his mandate. So we can give the incident reports, the daily logs. I don't know if were they asked for.
No, they were not asked.
Is for the entity, once a query has been asked, like that progress report of the number of meters that you've been able to move, what you've done, that would satisfy the auditor, governor, as to what you are doing as an entity. And then you say, progressively engineer that in the next 5 years or so, we will have phased out this issue of estimating meters. And I've never had anyone in this day and age running away from technology that will help you to be able to resolve your problem. So I was a bit shocked, Governor, that it is the thinking of the Nairobi County government that technology is bad. That you would not advise people to adopt technology. We are doing smart meters in electricity, Governor.
That is what your view is. That's not the position. He has explained the cost vis-a-vis the return on the accuracy of a smart meter and what do you call this? The mechanical meter. That's just what he said, you know. Chair, can I answer number 1.2?
Yeah, you can proceed to 1.2, but I just wanted to say, Makilaki is telling me that on page 5 of the report, there is a material uncertainty in the audit report.